today I'm coming at you with a rather more, defined kind of look, I guess. It's more of my kind of everyday, going out kind of look, but not necessarily getting too much into it, if that is making sense to you, because it's not making sense to me. But if you'd like to see how I did this look, then keep watching. Yeah. So first I'm going to be starting off with moisturizing. I think prepping your skin as well as priming and moisturizing before your foundation is key, especially for dewy skin. And I've already washed, toned, and shaved my face, so it is in full bloom right now. The redness is out. She's here to say hello. I do have rosacea. It comes with the territory of being a ginger. And that just basically means that I have broken capillaries underneath my skin that is making it have a little bit more of a red pigment. I'm going to be trying to combat my rosacea by my foundation and my powders, and that's going to help to kind of conceal some of this redness. And I am going for a dewy look, and so to start off, I'm going to be going with Estee Lauder's DayWear. And this is one of my favorite moisturizers, especially for daytime use. It does have SPF 15 in it, which is really great for the summer. And it has this great melon smell to it as well, which I just want to be bathing in that shit and putting that all over my face off the bat. And with this Argan oil primer, it is called Primer Argan Wee. Wait. Oh no, the R is taken off. Okay, it's not called Primer Argan Wee. It's called Primer Argan Wear. I just got this at Rite Aid. I believe it was roughly around $10, so a really cheap primer, but this basically has a lot of argan oil in it, which is going to help to make my skin softer and add in moisture, as well as give like a little dewy undertone in there. Oh shit, okay, that just flew out. Oh well, that did not go on my face. Okay, and now that my face is all prepped and primed and ready to begin my foundation, I will begin my foundation. And I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Silk Cream in Bamboo Beige. And this is about 1 or 2 shades darker than my skin tone, because your boy likes to go a little dark, so. And I like full coverage, so we're going to go full coverage in this bitch. I'm going to blend this down my neck a little bit. And right away, I'm gonna blend it in with my beauty blender. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Oh yeah, this is a full coverage one. This is a full coverage one. And I'm making sure to blend this into my hairline. And then I'm gonna take what's left on the beauty blender and kind of blend out my neck from where I did apply a little bit, and I just got some on my shirt. So that is fantastic. Gotta make these kind of double chin faces so I can get underneath my massive ass jawline, because this shit is the crimson chin over here, and there is all these shadows, and there could be some patches everywhere. You never know, so it's helpful to just really make sure you're getting every single corner of it, because you won't see it, but others will. Now that my face is literally yellow as fuck, I'm gonna be putting on my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Custard, which is also yellow. I think you see a theme here. And now I'm going to be blending it out with the same beauty blender. And this concealer is actually about my skin tone color. Well, in lightness at least, not in tone, but in lightness. It's about as light as my skin tone is, which is about what I want. I want my under eye to be a little bit lighter than my foundation. And just to further combat and fight this rosacea, I'm gonna be taking soft ochre and putting it on my upper lid. Also, this is when I would generally go in with eyeshadow if I was going for an eyeshadow look, and this would prep my eye for it as well as color correct. But right now, I'm not going for an eyeshadow look. I'm going for a more natural guy kind of look who's fighting off rosacea at its finest. Okay. And I'm going to be using, I think you all know what I'm going to be using, but it's the yellow color of the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I'm just applying a lot and patting it in there. I like to make these little faces when I do this, so part of accomplishing the dewiness is you don't want to be dewy everywhere. You don't want to look like you're greasy or you're just sweating all the time, and you want to look like you're just dewy in all the right places. So for me, I like to be dewy in my upper cheekbone, down the middle of my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow. I have a hair, so hold up. I hate when there's a hair, you can feel it, but it's nowhere to fucking be found. This is gonna drive me insane. Okay. Maybe most people don't have these problems that I have, these very unique, quirky little problems I have with myself, but I do. I certainly do have these problems. This is just what happens on my day-to-day basis. Holy shit, I know. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. That was like pulling the needle out of the haystack. And we're back. Anyways, part of the completing the dewy look is I want to set areas with powder where I don't want it to be dewy. I want my contour, my jawline, and the sides of my temples and forehead to be matte. I'm gonna set those with a combination of the light powder, and that is called Levitation, and Lyric. I'm just patting this in, and basically I want to pat and not use circular motions because I don't want to smear my foundation. I just want to set it in place. Now I'm going to start the contouring process. I'm going to be using Give Me Sun by MAC and just start to bronze around my face and add some more color back in. I'm going to be applying most of the product near my hairline and bringing it down, and I'm going to be using kind of circular motions but just lightly brushing that along my under cheekbone. Just bring this for my temples and forehead. I'm gonna go with, who are you? I'm gonna go with Levitation, not Lyric, not the yellow one, but the more skin tone one. And I'm gonna just redefine more of a jawline just a little bit. You want this part to be contoured and you want under here to be really light. And that's gonna make it look like there's a line. That line is gonna make it look like that's cheekbone. When you blend out your contour down too far, where you don't keep a harsh line there, not a harsh line, but really defined line, should I say, then it's gonna look like you're just kind of round. And I don't wanna be kind of round. I wanna be slim and poppin'. I like that, pop. Okay. Okay, and that's gonna cancel any of the bronzer that got done there. And generally, I would finish contouring before I did that, but for some reason, I just got the urgent need to get on that. So now I'm gonna go back and contour. I'm gonna be using this new Tarte brush that I just got, and it is, what I can see, it is fluffy. I've used it at other people's houses and I've used it on clients, and goddamn. So I'm gonna be taking Hoola and just getting that guy in there. It's a tight fit. And then tapping out the excess. And now I'm going to be going with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector and Moonstone, which Michelle bought me for Christmas. I'm going to be taking my MAC 130. I'm going to be applying it where I want to have a dewy highlight. And this brush is great for this because it's just the right size, so it doesn't get messy and it stays in one spot. I basically want the most light to be hitting right here, and I want this to be the most highlighted and then to kind of slowly fade into my contour. So that's also going to help with that a lot, to add most of the product on my upper cheekbone and then blend it down with the remaining. And then I'm just going to add a little bit to my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. Basically, I want most of the product to be right here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, and a shit ton right here. Now that I am highlighted and all dewy to the max, I'm gonna go in and start to do my brows and mascara. And my favorite overall brow product is, of course, Anastasia, whatever you wanna call her, Dipbrow. And right now I'm using Auburn, and I'm gonna brush out my hairs in kind of the direction I want my brow to be in. And then I'm gonna start in the middle. I'm gonna brush these little hairs in the front upward. And you basically wanna brush the hairs in the direction that they're going with the Dipbrow. And that's gonna give you the most natural looking brow. I like to make this little angry face when I do that. A very sharp brow over here, girl. This shit is gonna cut you, so stay back a little bit. Now I'm gonna do the other one, like usual. Same thing, I'm gonna start with brushing out my hairs. And then I'm gonna start in the middle. And for these hairs, for some reason, these ones like to go down a little bit. So I'm gonna make sure to keep bringing these ones up, even though they naturally wanna go down. But for most of the other hairs, I'm gonna go the natural direction that they want to flow. I'm not gonna rock the boat over here with these brows. Some people, okay, I shouldn't say some. A lot of people like to see, ooh, this makes me angry. Their brow naturally goes, it's perfect. It goes straight and it goes down. And they could easily fall in the lines. But no, these bitches did not play with coloring books when they were kids, and they like to go outside of the lines. They like to take their brow and they like to add an arch over here and bring it down. And you know, some people can pull that off, some people. What makes it look the worst is because basically your brow, Dipbrow and any kind of mousse or brow gel or powder is not gonna look the same on your skin as it is on top of your hairs. Your skin is never gonna look like hair. Your skin is not gonna have the texture of hair, so it's never gonna look like that's your brow. You're gonna look like you just drew on some random ass ends to your brow. So I like to stay where my brow actually is. Okay, and I'm gonna be doing the same with this one. And just kind of filling in a little bit where my brows are a little sparse, as well as adding a new little bit of it into my brow, but still, like I said, following the natural direction that my brow naturally wants to go. And now I'm gonna pinch the brush again and take it and do the end for this brow, following the direction. You don't. Okay, now I'm going through with Girl Boy, and this is a more kind of golden Auburn color that's gonna add a little bit more warmth back to my brow, as well as make it more natural, as well as hold it in place. And I wanna brush up the hairs a lot, especially at the beginnings. And yeah, like I've been saying, just keep it in the natural direction of your brow. I'm gonna go in with mascara that is Naturally Glossy from Clinique. I'm just gonna start at the beginnings of my lashes where they're the lightest, here in mid-stroke, just gonna tell you. I'm gonna start at the beginning of my lashes where they're the lightest, and then just take it up and kinda do a little swirl shit on there and bring it towards the top. But really, mascara makes all the fucking difference on me. Like some people, they put on mascara and they're like, okay, you know, she looks the same. Not on me, not on me. Like before, without mascara, I do not even have like visible lashes. I do, but they're hidden because they're blonde. With mascara, I'm just gonna be cocky for a second. With mascara, I am killing it in my lash game. The one upside of being hairy is I have great lashes. Okay guys, so this is the final look. And basically it's just a more defined masculine yet feminine. Well, masculine, but serving up a little fish in here. There's a little fish in there. Anyways, but yeah, I hope you learned something new today, and I will be posting a lot more tutorials, and I'm gonna be going more in depth on my brows and more in depth on different looks. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Stay positive, stay cute. I don't know where I came out with that, but yeah, and remember, love yourself. Because as RuPaul says, how the hell are you gonna love someone else if you can't love yourself? So, love yourself, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Oh, I just made my screen foggy. Not a good idea.